What up, fam? What is good in the hood with all of you this glorious, glorious Sunday? We have creative things to do. We have many creative things to do today. And I realized I forgot to do something because I always forget to do something because that's just how we roll. I forget to do things. Stand by. If, OBS would just save my webcam settings, that would be dope. Would be so dope. How's everybody's weekend going? I hope good. What's fucking dinosaurs are adorable. Adorable dinosaurs are adorable. All right, we got to do. There's some script stuff in my brain that I need to make notes on before it like jumps out of my brain, and then I'm like, oh, what was that idea? And then I remember. And then I want to review some Snarky Book 3 stuff because it's really funny to me how scenes change and evolve and all that stuff. And then we're gonna play some fucking Raft because Raft is and I keep losing animals in Raft. And that's not fair. All right, the first time I accidentally killed my chicken because I didn't have the grass up in time and he just fucking died. And I don't know where the fuck my goat went. The goat was on the second floor, and I didn't think the goat would like run downstairs and jump off the boat, so I left him on the second floor in like a little pen with like food and shit. And then I went back to the island to do some shit, and then when I came back to the boat, the goat is gone. So I have no idea if the goat just died because he didn't eat the fucking grass, or if the goat like went down the stairs and then just hopped off the fuck. I don't know where the fuck the goat went, but whatever. We'll find it. Look at me's. Yeah, me's. Get it. All right, so, all right, we have gone through. I should show you guys how many fucking iterations of this fucking script we have gone through before we finally found one that we liked. And by we, I mean me and director Aaron. Shout out to Aaron, Digital Media Productions. Aaron's the shit, and Aaron is literally waiting on me to finish this shit, to get this shit done. Because I told him I liked the script, but it wasn't ready, and it's not. You get like one shot with pilot episodes. You really do. That's the way I am on TV. Like, if I don't like the fucking pilot episode, I'm not watching other episodes. Like, I can be like 50% on a pilot episode. Like, I'll check out the second episode and see, but I really want to like nail it. So we gotta fix some shit. And I had what I did actually towards the end of last year is I went and I watched like not a million, I'm over exaggerating, but I went and I watched a bunch of different pilot episodes. Like I watched Battlestar Galactica's, and one of the reasons I watched those is, one, it's a brilliant show, it's a deep dark show, and two, they have a lot of characters in it like Snarky does. So I watched that one. I think I rewatched Fringe. I rewatched 24s, just a bunch of different ones, to kind of see how they did it and like really fucking paying attention. And it was pretty. It gave me some ideas. But no, seriously, look at all these fucking scripts, y'all. Look, you see this shit? You see how many times we've written this fucking shit? I don't even know what these fucking do you see how many fucking times I've written this fucking shit? Really? This is literally how many? This is how many? Right. All of that. That's it. Some of these new shows are giving me a headache with how forced the drama is. True. And you know what I keep thinking too about shows that got better over time? Did you watch the 100 Me's? If you not, you should. You like it. But the 100 was one of those shows that I feel like came into its own the more it the more the season went on. Kind of one of those. So it was one of those where it was enough to keep me interested, but if it had a kind of stayed on the path it was, I would have just wandered off. But because I feel like they switched gears, or I don't know, something changed in the 100 and it just got better. And I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it's one of the ones that was very distinct to me, and how the story evolved. Because it went from kind of a Lord of the Flies feel to now you're really getting into like a more of a Walking Dead kind of CW style, but better, but fucked up. It felt like a dumb concept to me. Yes, it is kind of like, let's send all our fucking children to the planet to see if fucking, yes, but it's a really good show. It is, in fact, a really good show. The last season was aight. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't as strong as some of the other seasons. Like, it was pretty fucking good. I like it. I liked it a lot. I did. It was one of those. But, okay, so here's what I want to do and where is the quote? There is a quote, first of all, that needs to start this episode. Hang on, let me open up this one. See how old these are? Fucking 2014. I don't feel bad about how long it's taking us to do Snarky. Here's why. The Passage, which was also a trilogy of books, was actually bought in 2007. It took them 12 fucking years to make that show. So I don't even feel bad about how long it's taking us to fucking do something. I don't feel bad. I do not feel bad at all. Shit takes time. Shit, open the fucking... I have such an old version of Final Draft. Hey, but open this fucking shit. I got you. Maybe not. Reinstall this app to fix any problem. Final Draft may not work properly. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that right now. I'll figure that out later. Okay. I have a very old version of Final Draft. I might need to get the newer one. You know, but I'm watching Roswell, and it's just making my head hurt with how much drama they put in an episode. They don't let relationship really evolve the way they used to. You know what? I wasn't gonna watch that show. That show, I felt like that show would be like that, Mies. Now I gotta find the quote in the book. Fuck. I gotta go to the book. I gotta go, where book files? I don't even know what chapter that, fuck. Alright, hang on. Files. Snarky's book 1 and 2. Snarky, Book 1 and the Awakening. I'm pretty sure it's in... I could probably just Google it. No, because I literally have no idea. It's a quote from Woodrow Wilson, and it's really quite... And that's how I want... No, fuck, I'm not going through... Hang on, let me Google. We Googling... Okay, let me see. Woodrow Wilson quote. Come on. There it is. There it is. This quote is the perfect way to start. Yeah, okay, but some CW shows are good before they get all, like, fucking ridiculous in their fucking drama. This quote by fucking Woodrow Wilson, he really said this. He says, "Since I entered politics, I have chiefly had men's views confided to me privately. Some of the biggest men in the United States in the field of commerce and manufacture are afraid of something. They know that there is a power somewhere so organized, so subtle, so watchful, so interlocked, so complete, so pervasive, that they better not speak above their breath when they speak in condemnation of it." So when you first, that quote goes on the screen first, like the first fucking thing you see. And now what I'm thinking is, instead of opening with what went on down in Antarctica, I kind of think I want to start back in the 1920s to kind of set the tone of how the show is going to merge basically the mafia with the aliens and that secret government and all that. So what I want to start actually out with is, I have a scene in book 2? But whatever. I have a scene in one, I don't remember if it's book 2, but one, I think it's book 2. I have a scene in book 2 in which Tony has to fucking sacrifice a kid to get in with the fucking Roshanaya. I want to start with that, but back in the 20s, because what I want to I can see it in my brain. What I want the next shot to be is maybe a wide shot of the chateau and show like a whole bunch of fucking like rich men coming in. Maybe not. Maybe just a wide shot of the chateau, and then you go down into what's underneath it. And down there will show that crazy cult shit where you've got a whole bunch of dudes standing around this fucking table with this poor kid. I don't know how dark we can get it. I guess it depends on what network we're in, but I'd love to show the kid actually getting fucking killed. That would be like, it's a fucked up way to start a show, but it's like, damn, let's just like throw people into it. And then I want Enlil kind of in his human form, sitting there on his little throne or what the fuck ever, watching the men sacrifice this kid. That's how I want it to start. and then with their little crazy fucking cult chanting shit going on. And then what I want to happen is someone will come to him and let him know that Stefano is waiting for him. Then that scene where Stefano meets him and gets him to give him control of everything that he needs for the American Mafia for him to take that over. That's how I kind of want it to start. Now, I'm torn about the next scene because it needs to link up to present day. So I'm thinking I've got some options. It will draw people in as long as you back it up in the scenes to come. True. Meaningful connection with their honest and fine leads who actually have chemistry on the street. Yes, actors are so important. Actors are so fucking important. So fucking important. So important. But I'm debating now because then the next scene could be Stefano walking into the cave to get into the Holland because reincarnation is hella important. So I could have him doing all that, getting into this crazy looking fucking device, laying down on it, some weird like fucking whatever, but like I have the thought of like you zoom in on his eye and then it flips you present day and you come out of Vasco's eyes because Stefano is Vasco and Vasco is Stefano and that's a whole different story. And then kind of take it from where we had it there, but I gotta figure out, I've gotta slow this episode down is what it boils down to, because this episode, it moves a little bit too fast. So I've gotta fix some of the dialogue. Some of the dialogue is fucking driving me crazy, but I've gotta slow it down a little bit. It will be, because I'm pretty sure at episode 1 and then subsequent episodes that follow that will definitely flip back and forth between the 1920s. It has to. It has to, because the triplets are literally the reincarnated versions of themselves, and there's no other way to kind of... Well, the challenge is to show that in subtle ways, which is why we need really good fucking actors, number one. And number two, we're gonna have to go back and forth to that. Like, for example, there's a scene where Simone is dancing with Caleb at her birthday party right before the hotel gets attacked. And in the book, she flips back to a flashback. And we're going to have to do the same thing because it's in that moment that she remembers who he is. Yeah, we've got to do it. It can't be too much. It's got to be like really subtle. That's why I want like whole episodes that are probably dedicated to telling a bit of the backstory. So yeah, exactly that means. There's got to be like, because there can be little moments where we flip back and forth. That's why I kind of want to maybe the first 5 minutes start it where it started. So I need to start it with Stefano because that's where it starts. The rest of the episode can happen in the present. That's fine. And then in subsequent episodes, like I can have a whole episode dedicated to Liliana, to Lucien, to Stefano, stuff like that. But there will be in between, there will be little moments of flashback, like little ones. Like when she's dancing with Caleb, there needs to be, that scene needs to kind of blend out. And I've seen it done in other shows before where like weirdly, like you're in the present and then it's kind of like now you're no longer. So that hotel scene, you'll see it like all modern day and then it'll blend out and it'll be a different scene back in the 1920s. And instead of dancing with Caleb, she'd be dancing with Kyle. And then it'll flip right back just to kind of show, because I feel like that's the only way I can show that subtlety of her remembering the past and not fucking understanding it. And then there can be we'll dedicate a whole fucking episode. But there should be that, what the fuck is going on? You, the audience, and Simone should have that what the fuck moment in those little things. But I gotta be subtle with it. And then I gotta figure out what to put in the first episode because I have to slow it down. It's gonna slow down a little bit. So if I start, I have to make notes. I have to just make notes right now. Is there a place to make notes? I don't remember. And I gotta get a new version of fucking Final Draft. I can just put a summary. Fantastic. Scene properties. Okay, so we're going to... Opening scene needs to be the Woodrow Wilson quote. I need to save that. And then my boob itches. What's up with that? And then there needs to be, okay, cut to underground at the chateau. Kid getting sacrificed with new member. Yeah, murder a kid. Yeah. I mean, look, Battlestar Galactica snapped a baby's neck in like the first like seconds. I'm just gonna kill a kid, so it should be fine. Like, and they didn't show her snap it, but like you heard it, and then the mom, that they did that real well. So we're killing the kid like first 5 minutes. It's happening. They're getting sacrificed with the member and Lil watching over, and then we need to cut to scene upstairs with Stefano getting control from Enlil. Well, not control. He gets permission. Getting permission from Enlil to eliminate the other mob bosses. To do the Rashania's dirty work. I spelled that wrong. Whatever. And then it's literally where to go after that. I could start with Vasco, but I need to. Here's my conundrum. What background? What background? It's good. It's good. What did I show naked people again? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Okay, good. Here's my conundrum with the next part. I need, or how to shift to the next part. Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what it's doing. Okay, cool. What happens with Loki and Menez is hella important. That's a super important thing to have in the first episode. So I'm thinking about how I need to change things so that all works. What's up, Tech? True that. I feel like, no. And I liked opening like that because I feel like it sets the tone of the story completely. May or may not have impulsively used to talk about it earlier. Played Beat Saber for a bit too much today. Now I may be unable to move. That's on. Oh my God, Tech, I'm so jealous. I want Beat Saber. Oh my fucking God, I want Beat Saber so bad. So bad I want it. It looks like, is it as fun as it looks? It looks like it's hella fun. I want Beat Saber so bad. All right, so here's my conundrum. So you go from the scene where Stefano he gets permission from Enlil to fucking kill off the rest of the mob bosses, fucking take control of the American Mafia, so it is the scapegoat, the fucking whatever, it's the enforcer for the Brotherhood, whatever, we know how that works. And they did a lot of different stuff, and we can go into that in what episodes about how they terrorized union owners, or they'd stuff ballots for political people, or they, murdered JFK, or what the hell ever. Like, that's how, and there was some interesting, you can do some research on that, about that's how kind of the mafia was used by smart people to be that kind of scapegoat for that sort of thing. And there could be a whole episode that tells that story, but whatever, irrelevant. So Stefano gets permission from the powers that be to eliminate his competition and be no longer the middleman. Like, he's the one they come to make all that kind of shit happen. So he walks out. He's got his boss waiting for him, who he promptly murders. Body goes out of the car. They drive away. Where it goes after that, how we link that up is, because I do want to show him getting in the Holland, because that's important. That's an important moment. I don't know if that needs to happen immediately, though, because what happens with Menez and Loki is hella important, because Loki survives, and that crystal that he takes out of the city gets in the hands of Amadeo and Olivia and eventually gets back to Enlil. All that whole arc is hella important. Menez survives, and Menez goes to the scientists and warns them, and they have a whole super important fucking job. So it's kind of like, is it a too abrupt of a scene shift? How do I link up those two scenes? Can I use one of the Atlanteans? Maybe it needs to be subtle. I'm thinking maybe if Menes and or Loki was, no, it would have to be Menes. If Menes was watching this happen, which wouldn't be out of, because they were around. If Menes was watching what was happening with Stefano, that would be a softer transition if I then went to his story. Present day. What's going on present day? Remember. Think about that one. Why not? Because it's tech. The Rift is half worth it just for that game alone. Fantastic. Good. I like this review of the Oculus Rift. This pleases me. This pleases me. I mean, tech, you are crazy weird. This is why we love you. You should, in fact, be crazy weird. It's totally fine. It is totally fucking fine. I mean, I suppose you could, because, like, I like this scene. I like this whole, the overhead shot of the endless white. There's nothing than Antarctica. We fly over plains of snow until we hit the ocean, flying over the freezing waters until the destination is reached because we abruptly plunge beneath the surface, down into the depths of the ocean until the light is gone and we're surrounded by darkness. Then in the distance, a light can be seen, a faint rainbow of color, a radiating beacon in the dark. As we get closer, we can see the light is dome-shaped. There might be a city underneath there, but we can't make it out. What we can clearly see is the giant pyramid. Like, I like that whole shit. I dig that. I dig it. Plan on getting the vibe. Nice. I digs. What is going on? There we go. We found tech. We found tech and his crazy ass. It's fine. It's fine. So this whole scene is good. It can stay. That can stay. This can. Oh, there's the quote. I just moved it into a different place. Excellent. Good. This whole scene has to go. This whole scene is fucked. This whole scene, nah, I don't like it. That whole scene, it's gotta go. I like the countdown clock. I'm thinking what episode 1 needs to focus on. I think it's because there's just a lot. There's quite a lot. Okay, hang on. New nuts. All right, when Stefano gets back into that car, I need the other 2 Terenzios to be there. So when Stefano gets back in the car, Liliana and what the fuck was his name? Julian. There we go. You don't remember the name of your own fucking character. All right, when Stefano gets back into the car, Liliana and Julian. We might write Julian out though. We were thinking we might not need him. I know there was 3, but I don't know if he's needed for the TV series because we've got quite a bit of characters. I'm thinking about his job. That's one of those things. Like, it's just hard for me. I gotta write a lot. I'm gonna have to write the whole like season out ahead of time. Cause I'm thinking if Lucien isn't around, Somebody has to blow up the Eliminate. If it's not Lucian, then who does it? Because Vasco's got to go murder people. Liliana blows up the underground bases. She doesn't have to do that. That can just happen. She could do the Eliminate. Amadeo and Olivia could be there. Big fucking throwdown there. I'm thinking. Why is that not working? I'm a fucking god. He could show up in a scene and die if he serves a purpose. Hey, Tattoo, how you doing? I don't know why sound effects aren't working. I'll fix it later. What's up, Silver? Yeah, that definitely needs to happen. Oh, you heard these sound effects. Good. I didn't hear the sound effects. Okay, great. I love it. I didn't hear it. I'm glad you heard it, though. Fantastic. Oh, Silver, thank you so much for that sub. Appreciate you. You the best. Can we get some sub hype up in here? Why the fuck can't I hear sound effects? I don't know. What have I done? Oh, my headset's not on. That would be fucked why. That would be why I didn't hear it. Fan-fucking-tastic. All right, there we go. There we go. Hi, Jordan. What's up? He can show up in one scene and die if it serves a purpose. Yeah, I'm thinking that I should rename that sound effects because fuck strippers just for you. No, I'm thinking he can go. Yeah, there's quite a few characters in the book that don't need to be there, that are definitely going to get 86'd in the TV series. So I'm thinking we can get rid of Julian. All right, so when Stefano gets back, Liliana's important, though, because she survives. She's the only one that survives. Spoiler alert! Everybody dies. It's not a happy story. It's kind of a happy story, but everybody dies. Lots of people die. All right, so when Stefano gets back at the car, Liliana has to be there. Should be wait for him. Oh, she could be the one. That's right. I could get rid of. I like that. She shoots the mob boss. Yeah, that establishes some good things. Okay, so now we need transition from them to present day, Vasco and Simone, and then the scientists. And then this scene. Should I start it with Marcelo's murder? I'm thinking. That's. Where do we go with this transition? Where do we go? Joseph has to say something for season. Well, it's gonna be like, oh, there's quite a bit for yes, no, it's true, but that's not. We've got a good 45 minutes to fill. We've just got to figure out. We got to fill it up correctly with the stories. So the stuff that goes on in Antarctica, it can end the episode, which is fine. And that'll slow it down. I'm just thinking of the right transition from Stefano and Lil to Vasco and Simone and what's going on present day. Because what's happening right now in the script is where you're at in the books is you're at the birthday party. Because what we wanted to do is start there and then kind of tell the story backwards, but not. It's weird, but it made sense. But we wanted to start the story there with all the shit going down. So those are kind of the moments that we're heading towards, where the family fucking implodes. go to the boardroom meeting. That'd be a good way to introduce the family and what's going on. All the players around a board. That could work. Oh yeah, def. I love cliffhangers. I love doing, like, I hate it when I watch a show and there's a fucking cliffhanger, but I love cliffhangers for fucking doing that to other people. That's the best. Cliffhangers are the fucking best. I'm gonna come back to that. But I like that opening. I like the way how it's gonna start now. That's the good shit. That sets the tone. So now we just have to transition into present day. We gotta introduce the family. I have to introduce the family so I can murder them all. They do. Everybody dies. It's awesome. Super awesome. Kayla's really fucking important. That relationship with Marcelo is really fucking important. Maybe it needs to go right to his death scene. No, he doesn't die in that scene. Maybe it needs to go to the scene we shot in the promos. Let's ponder that one. More. Yes! Yes, murder. Murder is good. Murder is good, yeah. Because they gotta get to... My brain right now is like one of those fucking, like, if you just took like a puzzle and you flipped it, you like fucking threw the pieces everywhere, and now I'm just staring at. That's literally my brain right now. All the fucking puzzle pieces on the floor, trying to figure out how they all fit. Alright, we'll come back to that, but I like the opening. Opening notes have been made. Opening notes have been made. We'll save the better fucking save. I know you all broken as shit. Gotta get a new version. Final draft. Let's do. Put it on my desktop. Woo, almost out of space on D. Nike Pilot. Nike Pilot 2019. Edits. Motherfucker. You just look your PS up by transferring my game back to Nest Tech. I'm glad everything is working. Alright. That's that. I gotta get work on that this week. I need to finish the first episode this week. I'm a fucking god. It's cool. It's cool. Got it. On it. It's fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. Alright. Where is... Okay, I did an awesome thing with the fucking book, which is hilarious. What are my author notes? I got new author notes. Up in, motherfucker. We did all that. We did all that. All right, book 3. We're converging. Demiurge, purpose, sunlight. No, queen. This. Add all that in. Change this. Right. Her watch. No, I'm missing this. Where is this scene? This is why I need to be working in Scrivener and not in Microsoft Word, because I literally have again I have too many fucking Microsoft Word files. It's fine. This is not the one I want. Nope. 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 Where is it? It's on my laptop. Let me make sure it's not here. This is that, right? She murders her kid. That's good. The tree, yes. This is it. This is it. It was hilarious. I had a problem. You got this, boo. Just remember to breathe. Thanks, Mies. Love you. Like 84 guys, I don't know, just made it get a total dry. Maybe, Tag, that's a lot of shits. That's a lot of shits. So, what happens, awesomely, in book 3, spoilers, you've been spoiled, whatever, is after Seville does his shit with her poor daughter and murders her, the queen's like, nah, you can't get away with that. So she kills her son. Super sad, but she does. She's like, no, you can't get away with the shit you're doing, so you're gonna die. And then these 3 come, and these 3 are tied into the backstory of the planet and the reason that the planet adopted matriarchy, and they were in prison, but they get out. Haven't figured out how they get out yet. Whatever. The point of the story is that they try to attack her, and I needed her to die in this scene. But hilariously, as I was writing it, I realized that the queen was OP. That they weren't going to be able to kill her, because it's one of those writer problems where where you're like, okay, this character is badass, so how does she lose? And I can't be one of those writers that does it in like this little, can't do it in like a dumbass way where like, I don't know, she like fucking like slips or whatever. It can't be stupid. It can't be stupid. So I'm realizing that she's not going to die in this scene. Like, she's literally going to kill them because she's just that badass. Which made me really happy, by the way. Like, I'm really liking the way this fight scene is coming. It's cool. Like, they literally can't get the drop on her because she's so... Because, one, she's got the Tana rules, which is literally this device that sits underneath your arms. And it's... How strong it is depends on the mental link with you. Kind of like the Green Lantern's ring, but cooler. And she can do a lot with it. And not only that, but like even them being behind her or trying to move around her out of her line of sight, it's not working because the air is literally telling her where they are. So the queen is like OP, which is awesome. So I'm like, this is badass. This makes for a really interesting fight scene where these 3 assholes are just getting their butts kicked, which is great. She literally locks the door so her guards can't interfere with her murdering them, which is like, I love it. But she needs to die. It's really sad, but she has to die. So, I sat here for like an hour thinking, how the fuck is she gonna lose to them? And she's not. So what I have to bring in, like, the bad guys get help, which is totally cheating, and it's totally sad, and it makes this scene, like, really fucking dark, because when these things come into the room to get her, they are on her level, and she loses. So it's, yeah. It's good. It's good. They would not be able to devise a malfunction. That's a good thought. To like make it fucking malfunction. No, that they can't do that. They can't, because when they were in prison, they don't have the same device that she does. The Tana rule that she's got on her person, it's only given to select peoples, and they never got one. Or maybe they did get one and they got they did have them. Theirs got ripped out. They have scars. It's awesome. Yeah, when they went to jail, theirs got ripped out in a not nice way. So literally the other villain of the story, like these awesome little, and I need to have art done of these things. You can't see them when the light, you can't see them when the lights are on. You can only see them if you turn the lights off, which is creepy as fuck, which I like. Like, I really like that thought, that these things will literally fuck you up in the light. You literally have to fight them in darkness, otherwise you can't fucking see them. And that's what gets her. So it's because of what her son does, goddamn her son, that allows them to interfere in this fight. And she's not going to be able to see them because this fight happens during the day, and the room and where she is, there's no way to encase it in darkness. So they literally just rip her to shreds. It's very sad. It's very, very sad, but I feel like it was a good solution to my problem. It was a good solution to the problem. It was a big scene change. I feel bad. I feel bad for her daughter. Yeah, it's good. She says some rude shit to her daughter before she dies. It's good. It's good. See, we like being mean to our characters. It's a true thing. That's it. So don't make your characters not OP, kids. Leave the characters as OP. Find another way. Or don't have a dumbass way for them to lose if you need them to lose. But it was awesome writing it, and I was just realizing, like, no, she's gonna kick their ass. Which pleases me. I don't know if they all three will live. Maybe one will die? I feel like she needs to at least kill one of them. How rude would that be? Does she need to kill one of them, or should all three of them live? How rude. What's the level of rudeness? What level of rudeness should we go for in this scene before the outside help comes in and murders her? What are we looking for here? I gotta think about that one. Should she get a win in? Or should she just be like kicking their asses, and then before she can murder any of them, she gets got? What would piss you off more as a reader? What would literally piss you off more as a reader? If she's really badass, you think at least one would die? All right. Just a thought. At least one of them's gonna get got. I feel that. I like that. All right. At least one of them gets got. Okay. I could feel that. Okay. Okay, two of them live then. Two of them don't. I have to think about how that's going to... because I don't need all three of them. So that's fine. One can die. Two could probably die. I could probably kill two of them. And you could think that she's almost got this when she loses. Because I really just need one of them. We can murder two. Two's good. Two's good. She's not cheating. It's not cheating to ask the air for help if you can talk to it. It's not cheating. She's just the better opponent. Okay. So, alright, so a little note to myself, murder two of them before the demiurge come in. Good. Sengetsu down. I like that. That could be a nice, tense, like, build-up, and then you think she's got it, and then the fucking demiurge interferes and she dies. Okay, that's rude. That's rude. Not her. Yeah, they're totally cheating. Yeah, it's a total cheat move. It is a total cheat move. Yeah, but I like how scenes are evolving too. That's making me really happy. This whole very sad scene that I wrote with her finding out that her mother is dead, I have to move that to a different spot. Yeah. It's good. And I can see the story again, which is pleasing me greatly. Where we're going with this. Some plot things have not figured out yet, but we'll figure it out. If they have outside help, they cheat. Yes, yes, willpower, mental power. It depends on like her mental link to the device, how well they kind of like sync up with it. And the longer that you have it, the stronger you're supposed to get with it and being able to use it. So yes, it's a matter of willpower. Yeah, they cheat hard. They don't even know they have outside help. And what I'm toying around with too to make it really rude, because I like rude things, I'm thinking that the outside interference wouldn't have happened if she doesn't kill her son. I'm thinking it's that moment that puts something else in motion that lets the outside interference interfere to murder her. Which is really fucking rude. And I really like it. But I like that being the consequence of that action. I like that. I like that a lot. I put that in there. I think it's in my notes. I think it's in my notes. I know, it's rude as fuck, right? But yeah. I mean, it's not that he didn't deserve to die, because he does, because he's a fucking tool, and he's like, really, like, he does some really bad shit. So she, like, it's really fucked up, but she has every reason to kill him. But I literally like the idea that her making that choice is what leads to her dying. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm very rude to my man. I'm literally killing my main character's entire family to die. And I haven't decided if Earth lives yet. I still haven't decided if I don't just get rid of it entirely. I'm still pondering that one. I'm still really pondering that one. Yeah. Cause it's what I'm trying to like balance in and out between in this book is like that hope weighed against consequence. It's just a tool, Hess. It doesn't, and I'm assuming what you mean by does the device have any sort of motives, as in does it have its own kind of AI? No, it's literally just a tool. Storm the castle would be a logical next step. Something like that means I'm toying around with the idea of when she murders him, it's okay. So because he made the deal with the demiurge, which is kind of the force that is controlling Earth, and when you like, okay, so how it works is like you die, your soul goes wherever the fuck it goes, and if you want to come back to Earth and get a body and hang out down here, you have to go through the demiurge. And there are conditions, which is why we can't remember our past lives. Like the demiurge says, okay, you want to be on Earth this for, whatever, 90 fucking years. These are the terms. Like there's a contract you sign before you can get down here. And that's how the demiurge works. It controls the planet. But there's a fine print in this fucking contract that you sign to get down here. And when you're not, before you reincarnate, you have the notion that you'll be able to overcome the fine print. But 9 times out of 10 you don't, because living here sucks and you get sucked into whatever the bullshit. So you don't ever you don't meet the terms and conditions of your contract. So you're in a constant state of reincarnation. You're stuck here. You can't go anywhere else. Your soul is literally locked to the planet. So every time you fucking die, you go back in line, you come back down to Earth, you sign a new contract, but the terms of the contract just keep getting longer and longer and longer. It's fucked up. That's what the demiurge purpose is. They're not nice. They're rude. So Seville makes a deal with them, and that's kind of his kind of MO, because the demiurge themselves are tired of being stuck on just Earth. They would like, because they love this soul recycling. It's great. It like feeds them. It's weird. But they don't want to just be on Earth anymore. They'd want to go to other places. So that's kind of Seville's deal. And he's really pissed off at his planet and everything that's going on. So he like hooks up with them. So I'm thinking that because she murders him, there's something in his contract that she doesn't know about that triggers something that allows them to come to Daquin. So that's why her killing him is so fucked up. Like it fucks her planet, and her planet's already fucked because there's other shit going on. So I like that. I like that thought. I gotta work out the details of that. But yeah, I do. It's definitely Yeah, if she doesn't do it, then it doesn't happen. But I gotta work out. But she's gonna do it, so it's rude. Super rude. Super fucking rude. Alright, we'll get there. We'll get there. Total control does make sense, yes. Especially if there's like another, however many other planets with life and shit on them, I could see how they would. So I've got to work out the details of how that works. That's why I'm not sure if Earth survives, because in my balancing with hope and like I want there needs to be and it needs to be felt like in a lot of stories, like they either start after humanity has destroyed the world and we're kind of surviving or whatever, but there's not a lot of learn from your mistakes. It's kind of a start it over again. So there needs to be a consequence to what we do and what we believe, and how not living in total alignment affects things. So it's kind of like I'm thinking that if when the demiurge get loose and they come down to Earth, how does the wipeout work? Do some people survive? Do they go to a different planet? How does this tie into book 4? Could tie in pretty well to book 4 for the ideas I have to book 4. I'm gonna play around with some more things. See, ended and only a few survived. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Because so at the end of book 2, the Terenzios, and I don't want to negate the world building that happens in the first 2 books. That's really important. So the whole purpose of literally everything the Terenzios did from the 1920s to 2012 was literally so humanity would evolve into a higher state of consciousness. That was literally every fucking thing they did. Like generations worked towards this goal. So that can't have been for nothing, because at the end of the first book they do it. So what kind of happens in between there is some bullshit goes down where it works halfway. Some people were supposed to come down and teach us and don't, because the angels get mad that Michael dies. The consequence, right? Gabriel doesn't like that Michael died, so some shit happens, and we kind of hit that state of evolution, but nobody comes to show us how to use it. There's like a roadmap that follows for human beings to ascend to another level of consciousness, or just any being. Like, that's how the ascension process works. Is you make a choice as a collective to ascend to that greater state of being, whatever that case may be. And then some people come down and they help you. Like, it's like that. Finally, you're smart enough for the aliens to actually talk to you. We're not dumb anymore. They're all like, okay, now we can show you what's up and how to use it. But that doesn't happen. So I kind of wanted, there needs to be some kind of backstory about what's been happening on Earth for the last 7 years. So it wasn't all bad. It just wasn't quite enough. So I want there to be a there's going to be some serious world building, and there's a very black and white kind of shift where people who didn't quite, they took the knowledge that kind of comes with that evolution into a higher consciousness to a dark place. So it's literally kind of the world is split in half, where you got those places that you just don't fucking go because they fucked up. And the other, the other side, where people are trying, they're living a better life. They're trying to figure it out, but there's still that kind of half and half. And then what Seville does completely wipes that dark side out. Like, he literally, like Thanos in the stupid ring, it's gone. All those people just go. but they empower the demiurge. So now you've got the demiurge versus people who are kind of trying to stand in their own power but don't really know how because the angels did some shit and nobody got taught about what they're supposed to do. So is it really your fault? Not really, but so you see, so it's kind of like, but I really like the idea that fucking shit just happens to Earth and the people who are left on it can't stay here. I like that idea. So I need to kind of figure that one, how that's going to work out. A lot of stories end with humanity coming out on top. Yeah, I definitely don't want that. I don't want that. Or if humanity does come out on top, it's got to be different. This is not, yeah, I definitely don't want this good job humans. Like, no, we're dumb. Like, this is, no, humanity's kind of dumb. In relation to like the rest of the galaxy, like, no, we're stupid. And that needs to be like reflected. Like, but at the same time, I can't erase the ascension almost happening. It wasn't quite our fault. We didn't get all the knowledge we were supposed to get. So that's why some people can live. I just gotta figure out how that works. But some people are gonna get fucked up just because of what Seville does, which is rude. But shit happens. Gotta work that part out. But I do like the idea of not being able to stay on Earth for a little while. I do. Because either Soraya taking back Daquin and giving it the balance that it needs will either happen in this book or another. But book 4 or book 5 is literally going to be about witches versus cyborgs in general. So how does Earth get to that state where you've got that? Does it tie in, or am I going to write that as a standalone? I haven't decided yet. Evolution only. Not just the strong, those who are willing to cooperate. What's up, Axel? So I gotta figure all that out. But that's kind of the general, and I'm trying to figure out when the demiurge get loose, how all that ties in, because Soraya and Daquin and the Kalturo, they're guarding Earth, but they're not guarding the people. They could give a shit about the people on Earth. There's something important on the planet. And the doorways are kind of the idea that I'm still toying out with. And I'm thinking the doorways are kind of like dimensional portals, and that's kind of what the crop circles are. They're kind of like the codes to the portals. That's the reason that whole scene that I wrote with her in the asteroid field and like changing the codes and all that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking that through the Earth portals is how the demiurge get to different places, which is why Earth becomes the battlefield that it does. Again, the people aren't important. It's the planet and the doorways that are. So I'm thinking about that. So I'm thinking that when Seville does what he does to wipe out that whole half of ignorant motherfuckers, that empowers the demiurge to take form so they can move through those doorways, which is cool. I dig that. But then I have to figure out how the ones get on Daquin do. Maybe Soraya doesn't get to that doorway in time, so her world's fucked, and she's got to protect. That's rude. I like that. The idea that that doorway gets opened before she can stop it. So now she's got to stop them from opening up others. That's really rude. That's really rude that you can't go help your own planet because you have a job to do, and you have to do that one first before you can go help your own people. That's hella rude. I like that. What a conundrum. So that would mean that they get the information they needed in that fight in the asteroid field. So when Seville does what he does, and the demiurge take form, they move right through it. So that means that scene with the queen and the trio, that's happening all across her planet with people getting fucked up like that. Oh, that's rude. I'm gonna set 2 planets on fire. That's hella rude. I like that. Okay, I gotta write that down. You can be mentally strong. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. Hang on. I need to write this down. I need handwritten notes. I need handwritten notes for this one. I'm brainstorming. Hang on. Hang on, because we just worked that out. Old school is better, guys. Pen and paper, motherfuckers. Now I'm thinking she's there. When it happens, Jocelyn gets her off and sends her to Earth. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. So she's there to watch the world burn, and she can't. Oh, I like that. That's so rude. Okay, hang on. Fantastic. Here's the real question. Am I going to be able to read this later? I don't know. I'll be able to read some of it. I have to come back to this video. I do that all the time, y'all. I'm like, what is that? What does my handwriting even say? Like, what is it? What is it even? What is it even? I'm thinking about limitations for the demiurge once they kind of take form to be able to move through the doorways. Because you can't be uber if you're stuck in this squishy body. So kind of, I still have to play around with how they change and how their power structure changes. Because I feel like there has to be some kind of transition period before they get all ubered up to enslave another planet in their kind of, soul trap. So I have to think about how that works. Minutes. Which realistically gives Soraya some time to kind of fix it, but she's fighting a battle on like 2 fronts, which sucks. With dumbass humans who can't fight. She's not. Like, it's gonna be awesome. Because it's like, eventually I would like her to enter into this very kind of loving, polyamorous relationship with Will and Elena. But when she first has to deal with them, she does not like them at all. Like, not at all. It is literally one of those I am stuck with these idiot fucking human type situations. So I have no idea how that relationship's going to evolve yet. It should. That's kind of the goal, but we'll see. We'll see. She's not happy. Not happy she's got to deal with these motherfuckers. I'm writing more notes to move through. Cost power. Planet to reclaim it, and then what does that process look like? It's a really good question, guys. What is the process for enslaving a planet? On a soul level, what does that look like? I don't know yet. We're gonna find out. I have no fucking idea. I feel like you can make really bad artwork for that. And what I want to do is what I still want to do is that I want there to be like a whole little fucking side story about the bullshit that happens on heaven after Michael dies. Because Michael dies protecting Earth, because that's what the angels are for, right? The angels are like our guardians. That's their role. But the one of the reasons is one of the reasons the angels have lots of deal making. You think so, Mies? One of the reasons that the angels are our guardians is because they helped enslave us with the Anunnaki. So it's kind of like they're like penance, like they got all fucking enlightened too, thanks Lucifer. Different from Satan. Lucifer was a light being. So that whole process happened. But there's this whole fucking issue that happens on heaven, which is the reason we don't get the teachers we're supposed to get. Because Gabriel gets mad as fuck that Michael dies, because Gabriel and Michael were lovers. The angels were gay. Yes, deal with it. So, but when Michael dies, Gabriel like loses his shit, like is super unhealthy. So he does it, like he tries to change everything that happens, but he can't. But in the process, he fucking murders everybody who was supposed to have taught us how to properly evolve. So that's why we don't get our teachers, which is kind of fucked up. But I want to do like a whole awesome comic strip about what happens, what's literally going on heaven, while all this other, like, while fucking us poor humans are trying to deal with our shit. There's like a whole side story. Because Demon could teach some things or interject. What's up, Very? How are you? I'm instantly confused. I don't remember this bit in Corinthians, but okay. So hold it. Yeah, I've rewrote a lot of stuff. I just rewrote a lot of stuff. I made my whole mythology. It's the mythology of Sinarchy. It's fine. It's fine. Is there a hell? Because Demon could teach some things or do something to interject. Interject where? Because I like the thought of hell not being the kind of, not how you think of hell as it would be, but almost like, so remember how I was saying earlier about how the demiurge tricks souls into this contract of stuff that you got to do? So I like the idea of being stuck in hell if you don't fulfill the terms of the contract, but eventually you would get out, just so your soul can go back to the demiurge, make another deal, come back to Earth. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, Earth is literally a prison planet. You literally come here and get fucking stuck and can't leave. But you're literally stuck on like a soul level. So it's this constant state of reincarnation, but I can't go to, like, I couldn't reincarnate on Dakwin because I'm fucking stuck on Earth. Because of the fucking demiurge and their stupid fucking contracts. But I like the idea of demons doing something to interject somewhere. I like that. See, Mies? That's good. That's a really good question. How you doing, Barry? How's life? My version of hell would be constantly trying to get into Kevin and constantly failing. I can see that. Hell is not how you normally think the demons were trying to make a deal, and then make the deal with the right or wrong person to fuck up the population. Yeah. And that right there, Hess, is why the Terenzios do what they do in book 1 and book 2. Literally to get us out of that so you could see past the matrix. Yeah, I like that. I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about demons helping Soraya close the doors. Because humans, I mean, we are, or maybe coming in to help humans. That's interesting. Okay, so now I'm thinking, what happens? All right, so hang on. So now more notes. What happens to the prison when the warden gets loose? And does it weaken because the... God damn it. And does it weaken now because the Demiurge are trying to control not one planet, but 2? That's exciting. That's exciting. And how do demons fit into this? I mean, because heaven is literally busy. They literally, like, heaven is, there's like a literal, like, fucking war going. And that's what the 3rd book was gonna be about. Like, there's a skull down. So when at the end of book 2, when Derek and the scientists do their important job of opening up the Akashic Records chamber, which is what lets us all remember. That's kind of like, oh shit, there's a demiurge. Oh shit, there's this. Oh shit, there. It's literally like our soul's library that we suddenly get access to. So what Derek and the scientists, like, their job is hella important. So, but there's a crystal down there that's also super important, and Gabriel snatches it. And book 3 was literally going to be about Simone having to catch his ass and stop him from literally erasing everything her family was going to do. Because he's literally that pissed off. Like, Gabriel literally wanted to change time so Michael doesn't die. Because Michael dying puts heaven into a state of civil war. Like, Michael was he was kind of the political glue that is holding heaven together. And his death fucks up heaven. So Gabriel's thought process is, this can't happen. Why is heaven less important than earth? Because LOL humans. So Gabriel's like, nah, fuck that. I'm just gonna take this crystal and I'll fucking change the timeline completely so this shit never happens and Michael lives. Because, again, my planet is more important than your planet. I get it. I can't be mad at him for that. Like, all right, that's cool. That's cool. But that's like a whole other side thing that's playing out that I need to write about or figure out how to, whatever. So they can't help us. Angels can't help us. They busy. Oh yeah, heaven's definitely fucking up. Where do demons even come from? It's like, if you've been in hell long enough, you're a demon, or are they their own thing? I've tried to catch up. You're gonna. I know, Very. I'm doing a lot of brainstorming for my 3rd book. It's good. I'm glad you got into university. Congratulations. That's awesome. Yay, university. Cool. What are you studying? If you've been in hell long enough, are you a demon? Where does it even come from? I'm writing down that demons are thought forms that humans created. And I'm not remembering that there's actually a term for this in like occult literature where there's literally and I don't remember what it is, but it's you literally give birth to something because you think about it and you believe in it for so fucking long, you literally give it a form, and there's a name for it that I have written down somewhere. That's why I probably should only write things on my computer and not on notes, but whatever. Somewhere there is a note about what these things are called. It's very cool. It's really cool to kind of, I'm thinking that's what demons are. Thinking that studying medicine, that's fucking cool. I got it. So they can help out just because they have a purpose, and if they maybe they want a different purpose. Maybe they'd like to be set free. That's fun. That's fun. I like that. I like this brainstorming. I like this brainstorming going on. Boy, you're going to be in school for a while there, Very, studying medicine. That's serious. That's there. I have a whole page of notes. Yes. A whole page of notes for the fucking book, and I got another whole page of notes for the fucking script. Awesome. Awesome. Well, okay, that's a really good question. So if you think something into being and give it a purpose, right? If that's your fucking purpose, like say hell is literally a construct made of your deepest fears or your bullshit or that one issue that you literally were supposed to resolve in your life, but you didn't. So that's your fucking hell. That is literally, that's hell for you. That one thing that you didn't fucking do. So maybe that's a very common theme with humans, like, right? Like that issue, those issues that we have, like we've all kind of got, so the demon becomes that thought form that now has a body. But if you take that away, you've already given it form. Does the form dissipate because you no longer believe in it? Or does it continue to exist? What happens to it? If it's been in this state for so long, does it develop a mind of its own? Does it become its own kind of being? How does that work? These are good questions. That would tie them into what is going on with heaven, which I like, which is interesting. Which gives a hilarious take on angels fighting demons. That's really quite funny and ironic. I like that. I like that. What's up, Delete? Lose their power and wither away after a time of not being believed in. I could see that. I could see that. Freedom gets them form. That's a good question. That's a good thought. What do they look? Why did I lose my pens at? And what do they look like when they get form? I like this. I like these thoughts. All right, I need a snack, so we're gonna take a break. What's cracking? We brainstorming. We was brainstorming some book ideas. We got some good stuff. I got a whole page of notes. I got a lot of shit to write. It's fine. It's fine. I like writing. Writing is super fun. I'm gonna do some mean things. That means I wrote this whole scene where, so I like it. I like how scenes change. Now I wrote this whole scene about her feeling her mother's death, but now I'm going to change it so she's actually there when her mother dies, which is interesting. which is, excuse me, I gotta toy around with that a little bit. Because I like the thought of Elena and Will being there to kind of maybe try to comfort her, but they don't have to be. That can be something that happens another time with her kind of processing it and trying to deal with it. I like that. That scene can change. I like how scenes change. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. I need a snack. We're going to take a quick break, have some music, come back. We'll do some fucking gaming because we just did a lot of good writing. You guys are awesome. I like brainstorming with you guys. It's fun to brainstorm with you guys. This is good. This is good. Okay. All right, we'll be right back. We'll be right back. Everybody stand up, stretch, grab a snack. We'll be right back.